gallbladder energy. So the chi, the energy flows through your body with meridians, and the meridians for your gallbladder run up. They actually start on the outsides of your eyes. They kind of zip back and forth across your head, and then they come down the sides of your body to go to your toe. And then, so we're doing a lot of stretching to get the kinks out of that. And then for the liver meridian energy starts in your big toe, and it comes up the inside of your leg, and it stops here just under your floating ribs. That's called liver 14. And so in a lot of the exercises and movements, you'll see we're doing rubbing that area. And the reason is we're trying to get that good liver is one of the liver, the heart, and the lungs are like the main organs for keeping you healthy, keeping energy flowing through your body. Your stomach kind of takes in energy from the outside, so you want to keep that cleared too. So anyway, so here we go. Now the only other thing is it works on your connective tissue too. During the winter, we built up our bones. Now we're working on a connective tissue because in the summer we're going to be using our muscles, and we don't want to rip anything when we do it. So one of the ways, even though we're focusing on the liver today, one of the ways we're going to work on our connective energies, we do something called pulling down the heavens. You're going to reach up. You're going to focus your eyes on your middle finger, and you're going to turn, look at the other finger, and then come back to the center as you breathe out and come down. Now when you breathe in, we're stretching all that connective tissue. So open your hands as much as you can. Reach behind, really far behind, looking at your middle finger. Switch, look at your middle finger of the back hand, and then breathe out. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, really stretch, open those hands. We're stretching everything, and then when we come down to the center, we just relax everything. So it's kind of like trying to turn our body into a little pump. Breathe in, breathe out. So first we expand, stretch, and then we relax and let everything flow. Now we're going to go the other way. So you put the other hand, whichever hand you started with, put the other hand back. Look at the middle fingers, turn, look at the new middle fingers, breathe out. You use your eyes in Qigong, use your eyes to activate your mental energy and your focus. Breathe out. That's why we're looking at our middle finger. Breathe in, open everything up. Breathe out. I'm going to do one more. Breathe in. See, this is stretching from our middle finger. Breathe in all the way down to our toes. That's opening up the meridians on our side, letting energy flow. Okay. So the other thing we do is we want to make sure we're going to do something called Shake the 9 Gates. This lets you open up the joints of your body so that when we do the movements, these are just general movements to get your body opened up so it can receive the rest of the movements fine. So you're not, it's kind of like stretching before you run. So we're just here, turn back and forth. What you're doing is everything should be as loose as possible. You're just shaking your body. It's called Shake the 9 Gates. The 9 gates are your major, a gate is a joint, so it's hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper, lower, and middle back. Just really loose. Going back and forth, you can kind of turn your head to look over. Okay, we're going to do, throw your fingers out, hands out, just relax. Next part, if you're just starting, you don't want to breathe with your chest. You always, in meditation and just in life in general, you should be breathing with your abdomen. So your navel goes out, breathe out, just relax everything. Breathe in, breathe out. You want your whole body to expand. It's called, I call this baby breathing because it's how babies breathe when you put them down at the table. Okay, one more, breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to do, all right, we'll go into the movements that I picked out, and then we'll see how much time we have. Okay, so the first part we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit, we're going to do some more stretches. We're trying to open up two things. We're trying to open up the meridians on the side. So what we're going to do is you put one hand behind your back, you take the other hand, and you're going to turn and you're going to reach like you're offering somebody, you know, I usually tell them it's a cup of tea because we're doing Chinese movements. So you come up, you reach, and you're going to come back, switch hands. So you switch hands, breathe in, breathe out, switch hands, breathe in. Now, on this one, you don't want to be leaning forward. You're still straight, but you're stretching. That requires you to turn your body. That's twisting like a rope in the center. You're twisting and you're activating, massaging your internal organs. But because we're stretching, breathe out, breathe in, we're stretching, we're going all the way from our big toe to our little finger. Remember, so see, as I turn, there's actually a pattern to this. As I turn, see my weight, I'm coming up on my big toe, but I'm putting pressure on my big toe because that's where, remember, my liver meridian starts. So I'm massaging my liver energy. I'm stretching here to open up along the side of the body, to open up the gallbladder. So breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Stretch. Breathe out. So now you can either stay with that. We're going to do the same thing, but now we're holding a ball. Instead of one hand, we're going to lift the ball, and instead of reaching and handing it to somebody, we're handing it to somebody behind, so we're getting more of a twist. Now, the main thing is you want to be careful with your back leg. You don't want to twist your hips too much so that you're hurting your knee. But we're here, but it's the same thing. You're breathing in, you're putting weight on that back toe as you twist, you're massaging your back toe, but you're getting more of a twist because now you're holding the ball, and that requires your hands to stay together, and you're twisting more. So you're getting more of a flush in your internal organs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So here we're stretching, and then remember when you come back to the breathe out, when you get here, you want to relax your entire body. When you stretch, that flushes everything, and then when you relax, that lets fresh fluids flow in. Breathe in, and now we're stretching more. We're twisting more to massage the internal organs. Breathe out, and we're stretching more to stretch that gallbladder meridian on the side. Breathe out. We'll just do two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Remember, putting weight on that big toe even though you're twisting. Breathe out. We're going to do just a couple more of that. Massage this one. This one's slightly different. We're not lifting. Your feet are about 1.5 shoulder widths apart. Your hands here, and you're reaching. You're just this is just pushing your palm, and so you're not twisting this time. You're keeping your hips straight, and you're just turning your waist to push the palm, right? And the reason you're doing that is because we're twisting, and it's also called twisting the rope. We're trying to put pressure, squeeze the internal organs, and when we come back and switch, we relax everything. So you can breathe in, relax, breathe out, push, breathe in, breathe out. Keep your eyes, you can focus on a point. When you turn, focus on a point. Remember, we're trying to use our eyes to keep our mind active rather than just, trying to think about what we're going to have for breakfast after we get done. We're going to focus actually on our movement. Come in, breathe in, push. Breathe in, breathe out. And then kind of the next level of this, there's usually multiple levels. Another level of this is instead of pushing to the side, you can do bare palms tree. So what you're going to do is when you push, and you're going to there's a tree behind you and you're trying to palm it, but you're not lifting your knees, you're twisting more, you're twisting your waist more to put more pressure and flush things out of your midsection. I'll do it backwards. So we're here, breathe in, and then you're pushing like you're palming a tree behind you, but trying to keep the hips straight. Switch hands, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, push, really push, relax in the center here, breathe in, breathe out. Just going to switch, breathe in, we'll do just a couple here, breathe out, push, breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. All right, we're going to do just a couple more stretching ones that have to do with, we're also trying to expel negative energy, and we're trying to activate those things. So they have sounds. So first, I want you to just put your hands on your belly. We're just going to practice the sound. So for the liver, what happens when you get angry, you just go shh. So that's the liver sound. You try to make your liver vibrate. So you're just going to breathe in, relax your shoulders. You're going to breathe in, and then you breathe out through your mouth. Shh. Breathe in. One more. Breathe in. Try to breathe it all out because you're trying to expel the negative energy, the stale energy associated with that. Now we're going to do one more sound. Where the other one is the fire sound. The fire element goes with your heart, and there's anxiety there. So we're going to do a movement that affects them both. So we're going to do the sound. And what does the sound do to disperse things? Right. So that's is the sound for your heart. So breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. So you're breathing in through your nose, but unlike usual, we're going to breathe out through our mouth. Okay, so there's a movement associated with them. So we're trying to massage the heart. So I'm going to reverse it for when I'm doing it but your heart's on your right side, your liver's on your left. So if you want to massage your heart, you're going to reach up. One hand goes behind your back, and you're going to reach over your head, and you're going to turn to the right, and you can look down in that direction. And what we're doing is we're opening up the gallbladder meridian, but on the other side, we're squeezing the heart, trying to push out stale energy. Then you're going to come up, going to switch hands. This hand's going to come over, you're going to reach for that wall. You're not twisting. We're trying to open things up. So we're trying to squeeze here so your shoulders stay on the wall. So so we're breathing in, turn, breathe out, stretch. So this is for your heart. Breathe in, I'm reversed. So you're now leaning toward your left, that's your liver. Breathe out. But why did we practice those sounds? So what we're going to do is going to breathe in, and then as we lean, as we massage the heart, we're going to say the heart sound. Do one more each side. These are the sounds. Breathe in. We'll do one more each side anyway. We're trying to expel stale energy from those organs. All right, we're going to do one more to push out stale energy, and then we're going to move on to gathering in energy. So this is a form of Repulse the monkey. So you have one hand on top, going to push out as you push. So you're pushing out negative energy, and you're twisting. This is twisting. So what we're doing is we're going back and forth. Our hips are turning slightly, and we're just breathing naturally. You want to go, since we're forcefully, pushing out. You should feel you're pushing out energy. We're trying to go along from our liver, pushing out any anger, any anxiety we have. So breathe in. Your hands don't have to match because they can go a little bit faster because we're trying to stir up. So our hips are going back and forth. Our shoulders are going back and forth because when we pull this back, we pull back our hips a bit. With the other hand, we reach a little bit. You never overreach with any Qigong or Tai Chi. So just over, breathing in, breathe out, breathe in. So you're going a little faster, but you should be aware, you should feel like you're pushing out, gathering that stale energy from your organs and pushing it out. Your breathing should just be very natural. You're breathing with your abdomen, of course. I don't even have to say that because I know you all do it. Breathe in, out. So you're there, just focus. You can feel, remember you want to use your mind. They're not exercises, they're Qigong practices. So you use your mind, you feel the energy being pushed out. Out, out, and then one more. Okay, so now we've pushed out energy. So now we have to create some energy. We do that by doing something called, holding stances, holding postures. So what we're going to do is we're going to relax our shoulders. Our hands come up. They're in front of our heart. Right, and what we're going to do is your feet are about 2 shoulder width apart. This part can be a little uncomfortable. You want to lower your hips. Your back stays against the wall. You lower your hips. You're trying to, until you feel your legs engage and your calves engage, and what you're going to do is just going to do your abdominal breathing. But when you breathe in, you feel drawing up energy from the earth. It flows up your back, and then you breathe out. It flows over your back and into your abdomen. So we're just going to hold this. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to hold for a minute. This is called burning the Chiang Mai. You're building up internal qi, which you then are going to distribute through your body. So breathe in. We got rid of the stale qi. Now we're creating some fresh qi that we're going to use to keep us healthy and strong. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. You want to keep your hips a little bit lowered. You should be feeling it in your legs. If this is your first time, after 30 seconds or so, you can get up and shake and then go back into position. But you're trying to build up so you can do this for 5 minutes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just Just relax everything. Breathe in. You're drawing up energy through your feet, up your spine, over the top of your head, and then breathe out. Just relax and let it flow down into your abdomen. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. So if you've taken the other courses, you know a lot of other stuff's going on. When you breathe in, your tongue goes up to the top of your mouth. You can pull up your perineum. This is reverse breathing. And then when you breathe out, you just let everything relax as the energy flows down to your navel. Breathe in. Eyes go up, tongue go up. Pull in your perineum. Breathe out, relax. Tongue drops down, your eyes look forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do 3 more breaths. You were doing great. I actually went over a minute, so this is your first time. You're doing really well. Breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Focus on the energy flowing up your back, and then breathe out, flowing into your abdomen. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. And then just pull your feet in. We're just going to loosen up your hips a few times. We'll just stand here. You're going to have, you don't want your armpits, you want to have ping pong balls in your armpits. Your arms are, we're just going to feel our energy. We feel our hands for 3 breaths. So just relax your whole body. Your head's going up, like you want your pelvis is slightly rolled under, so you want your spine and your neck to stay in the same line. We're just going to breathe in. Remember our abdominal breathing, but it's very relaxed this time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just focus on what you're feeling with your hands. Breathe in. You want to breathe with your whole body, so your whole body slightly expands as you breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, we're going to do a couple energy flow ones. So we're going to do one that now that we have some energy, we expelled the bad energy, we've had the good energy, now we're going to move it around our body. So we're going to do swaying tree. So what you're doing here is your hands are together. Now, this one requires you to lift your hand over your head. So if you have shoulder problems, just to go to whatever height is comfortable. So what we're doing is we're turning and our hands are coming up. We're drawing green energy from the earth. We're coming back to the center. And then as we breathe out, we're a tree. Our leaves come out, our flowers bloom. So we come up, breathe in. Hands drawing rich green energy from the earth. Breathe out. We expand. Let it bloom. Sorry, I should have gone to the other side. So we're alternating sides. So we're trying to keep our hips straight because we're turning our body. We're floating our hands up. So we breathe in, come to the center. Breathe out. Just relax everything. Everything expands out. And we sink back down. So we're turning. Drop our hips slightly. Breathe in. Visualize that green energy, and then now just breathe out. Visualize it expanding. The other side, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We just feel that energy that we're collecting, moving through our body. Breathe in. Turn. Hands come up. Breathe out. Blooming. Breathe in. Like our lower body is the trunk, our feet are the roots, so they're very stable, but we come here in our upper body, the branches expanding, they sway, they're very flexible. So you want to keep your shoulders, the main thing is you want to keep your shoulders relaxed. Breathe in, you're not stretching really high, it's a comfortable, you bring your hands up, but you want it to be comfortable. And just expand out that energy. Turn, breathe in. Visualize green energy being drawn up from the earth, flowing up your arms, and then breathe out, expanding. Breathe in. Breathe out. So all the visualizations and just the body awareness of what's happening are important. All the movements are much more effective if you're using your mind rather than thinking about what you're cooking for dinner tonight and just going through the movements. We've all done it, you know. So breathe in. Breathe out. Just do a couple more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just feel the energy expand. We're going to do one more. So you're here. Green. Green is the color of growth, the wood color. It's wood, this wood season, so we're using that for right now to breathe out. Okay, so hold it just 1 second. All right, so a bunch of other things on the list that I didn't get through. So what we're going to do is, now that we built up, we want to absorb that energy. So we're going to do something called bamboo in the wind. You're going to just try to visualize your body absorbing that energy. You moved it through, and so what you do is you just stay as relaxed as possible. This is going to probably cause you to sway a little bit. Your feet are together, so you're a little bit unstable, which is okay because you're just letting the energy you have move around. And then when you feel it, you're just trying to feel the energy in there, but you're trying to visualize it being absorbed, pushed in to your bones, increasing bone flexibility and moisture being absorbed by your muscles and your ligaments and your tendons. So this is just to absorb. So we're just going to breathe in and out. Your fingers are in your navel. Just stay as relaxed as possible. Your shoulders should be completely relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. This one, you're just trying to build up your awareness of how your body feels and where you're feeling the energy. And like I said, you're swaying in the wind, so you might be swaying gently back and forth while you're doing your abdominal breathing. Breathe in. This breathing is very gentle because we're trying to, like I said, be aware of, we're trying to absorb the energy we've built up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. We're going to take 3 more breaths on our own while we just try to feel, like I said, visualize absorbing the energy as it moves through your body, especially into your bones. Okay, so you're going to move your feet shoulder width apart. We're going to pull down the heavens again, but not like in the beginning. We're trying to sink all the energy into our body. So our hands are going to come up. We're going to gather energy from the earth, from the heavens, and then we're just going to relax and feel it move, sink down through our body. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and then one more, just relax. Gathering the energy, and then breathe out. Just feel it move through your body. Okay, and then we clap. Body, mind.